Hi everybody, it's Ellen. I thought I'd put together a quick tutorial for how to make just the turtle shell charms, I guess, from my Kaleidoscope Turtle. I know some people may want this, but they don't want to listen to me talk about arms and legs and heads and eyeballs and stuff, trying to put together the turtle. So this would be kind of a condensed version to get just this, and it's the same as the other turtle, so that's kind of open little pocket up here for either to stuff him with a fishtail braid or to put whatever you want in it. It's definitely cute. It's a little pocket. I'd actually thought of in the other tutorial you could put some quarters in there if you need some money for later. Of course I'd add some more bands to connect it to something else, but gifts, put a bracelet in there, because I fit a whole bracelet in my other tutorial. I was very surprised, but it fit in there. Bracelets for other people or whatever you can think of. So we'll do this, make this little tutorial here for this one. And we have the 5 pin bars set up in the V pattern. I do or should have out the 1 loom version. So we'll get started. We're just going to make the hexagon pattern around the outside, and this will be like the black color on this turtle shell, so whatever color you want for that. So 2 to the left, 2 up, and 2 right towards the center. Then come back here to the beginning, go 2 to the right, two up, and then 2 to the left towards the center, like that. Now we're going to lay the inside bands, which will be for the bottom of the turtle. And we're just going to start by laying a band in each of the corners, going towards the center. Like that. Then we're going to lay kind of like a triangle pattern in between each of the corners, or kind of looks like a star when we're all done, or just kind of a zigzag pattern, however you want to look at that. You can start anywhere pretty much. So there's our little triangle if you want to think about it like that. So there's that. I don't know if you can see the star pattern I'm talking about. Then we're just going to put a starburst center in here. So starting from the middle pin, you'll go out to every pin around. And again, it doesn't matter where you start, just because we're going to loom out through the center. Like that. Then you're going to want an end cap here, and you want it to be kind of tight, because the bottom of the shell should be tight so it helps poof up the top. So 3-4 times, depends how stretchy your band is. Like that. Then we'll put an end cap over here too. Probably 2 or 3 times so it kind of stays hidden. like that. So now we're going to loom this out actually. So you turn your loom around, and we'll start by going in the center end cap and grabbing whatever band is on top and looming it back towards itself all the way around that center pin. So I made my center a little tighter, like that. Then we kind of created end caps with the outside of the starburst here. So we're going to loom our little star zigzag triangle pattern out through those. So just take whatever band is on top and pull it back towards itself. You can start wherever. Like that. Then we're going to get our corner bands and loom those out. Like so. Now you push this down, and what you're going to do is we're going to drop a band on every pin around, which will incorporate into the looping for the top, which helps make the shell raise up. And the band that we're going to drop on this one, it's the white one, so it shows up in the kind of in the shell, but it also shows up in the around edge too. So like this one, white again. This one was black. So you can judge your colors how you want. So I'm going to do white. So let's drop a band on every pin around. Like that. And then we're going to do all the bands we laid on the bottom, we're going to repeat that right on top of this. So first we're going to start in the corners and bring a band in towards the center. Just lay it right over the top. Like that. Now we need to do that zigzag star pattern all the way around. There. And now we need to do the starburst center again. So bands from the middle out to these 6 pins around. Then for your center end cap here, just a couple times is good because you want it to kind of be loose so it can puff out. So just wrap it around twice, like so. And you notice I didn't turn my loom around just because these are all surface bands. They're not directional like the bottom ones are, so it doesn't matter how you lay them on the loom. Okay, so now we're going to loom out the top part here. So first we'll start by going in through our center end cap and grabbing whatever band is on top and pulling it back towards itself all the way around the starburst. Make sure that you only get the top layer. So you can kind of see, just keep watching as you're going around and make sure that you're not grabbing anything on the bottom when you're looming the top. Otherwise it won't work, obviously. So, okay, so now we're going to loom out our star pattern out through the end caps we created here. And just put it in there and pull it back towards itself. There's a lot of bands on the pins, so they can't be squished down as far to stay on there sometimes. Like that. Then we just need to get our corner bands and loom those. Like that. And now's the time you want to look to make sure that nothing is connected between the two layers. So now what we're going to do is basically we're going to incorporate these bands into these ones, which will help kind of raise the pattern of the shell up. So it's pretty simple to do. You just take the band, kind of give it a little pull, take your hook and go through the top layer only, grab that band, which should be right below the top layer, pull it up like you're going to loop it, stick the other end on your hook, and then just put that band back on the pin. You're going to do that all the way around. So just the top layer, pull it off, put it on the pin. And you're just going to do that all the way around. Oops. When you get down here, they're a little harder because you got the other pins in the way, but like that. Then all we have left to do is to loom up the sides. So you'll take your hook and go in through the end cap down here, and whatever band is on top, grab that and loom up to the top of the turtle shell. And then the other side. Like that. And then I would probably take a band or two and just pull it up through the center of this pin before you take it off. It's a little easier to get the bands through then, or to get the bands through the bands. So I'm just going to put that on my hook, and I'll just pull this off. Then just take your bands that you pulled through and just pull the side closest to your hook through the other side and pull tight to close this. Now it looks a little goofy, so we need to stretch it out. You can go pinch both sides, pull it out like that. I usually just, because this is loose up here, I usually just stick my fingers in the top and stretch it out best as I can. Like that. So, a little turtle shell. Looks pretty good. I know on the bottom here, my green bands appear to be smaller than some of my other bands, so I think that's why there's little spaces in there. But if you want to keep this kind of poofy all the time, you can just take a piece of fishtail and shove it in here. Using something that's the same colors as what the top of your turtle shell is helps to hide it, so you can't see it. It stays pretty poofy by itself, especially without the arms and legs and all that stuff added onto it, but you can get it pretty poofy by adding something inside of it, like I had suggested. So, but it does stay fairly well by itself. But that is my tutorial for the, I guess, 5-pin bar turtle shell, or a regular turtle shell, I guess, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. But thank you for watching, and I will have more tutorials for you soon.